everybody, it's Joel from Silver Arrow Cars, and this little guy I think a lot of you will remember, and I don't think we see many on the roads anymore. This is our 1993 Gen 1 Eagle Talon TSI all-wheel drive turbo. Top of the heap for the Eagle Talon. This of course was similar to the Mitsubishi Eclipse and the what was the other one? Anyway, Mitsubishi Eclipse, Eagle Talon, similar car. And I don't know about you guys, but I always wanted one when I was a young man in high school. These things were out, so I would have been about 14, 15, I think. And I always thought these were pretty cool. They had a nice shape to them. They competed with the Probe, the Preludes, naturally aspirated 300 ZXs. They were kind of like the below the high-end Japanese sports cars. Got to tell you, it drives pretty well. It's got pretty good power, and this one's got super low mileage. I think this one's 45,000 miles or 95,000 kilometers. We saved this out of a kind of a collection from a client of ours that had a bunch of cars, and he took a new car from us, or not a new, but an old classic, and this was one of the cars he asked if we would take. So this thing was sitting in his yard under some cover, and he had planned to do a project with his kid and fix it up, and his kid had no interest, and subsequently we ended up with it. It had some gremlins we had to work out, which we did so, and you'll see so in all the documents, but running quite well now after it's been through our reconditioning process. Nothing major aesthetically was really done. This is just truly the condition it came to us. Love the color, love the blue, those iconic twist wheels that I always remember being or identifying that it was one of the cool Talons on the road. So I'll just walk you around a little bit, zoom out the camera, and just show you a little bit more about the car that you can use in conjunction with the photos. So there's a little bit of chafe on the front bumper here. You'll see that there, and there's a little mist in the air, so if you see some bumpilies down the paint, that's just a little mist or rain in the air. Hard to find a nice day here on the West Coast. But all in all, quite in good shape. The headlights, there's not a crazy amount of fading or discoloration to the headlights. The Eagle Talon logo looks like it's had a little bit of heat or sun damage to it, but all intents and purposes looks quite well. Some little chafes and marks down there on the lower valance. That's something to take into account. But again, on this side, little mark there on the corner, but headlights and everything look cool. This is the facelift, so I think in 1990 these things came out. They gave them a facelift, I believe, in 92. So they started this generation car with a pop-up headlight. These have the integrated with the turn signals into the front end before they went to the second generation, which I think was 94. We fitted new Michelins to it. Spared no expense there. Pilot Sport all seasons, because this is an all-wheel drive. We did new pads and rotors up front. It was time. You can see, if you can see in the wheel wells, it's in really good shape. I think for the amount of years and how old this car is, and these weren't super valuable. These were cars that young guys were getting like me and probably beating the hell out of most of the time. This obviously was taken care of and not driven a whole heck of a lot. The paint, I think this fender's probably been painted. The paint match is actually quite good. But I suspect it. I can't confirm it, but I think maybe it's been painted. Not shocking. The hood looks really great. There's the odd chip here and there across the entire car. Stuff that you would expect, like that's a tiny one there. But overall, pretty damn impressive. Pretty cool. Down the side of the car, a little bit of leading edge on the door, some chipping there, and a little bit down here as well. As I said, expect a little bit on the car, there and there. But looking down the side of it, it looks pretty good. I wouldn't say it's perfect. There's a couple little ripples in the door that obviously were door dings or something along the way, but if you look, they're hard to tell. The mirror caps, they look great. The windshield's fine. No problems there. No chips. Here's the VIN number if you wanted to see it. We can get that in focus. Windshield wipers and everything look great. The roof and the sunroof seals. Excuse me. Excuse me. Woo! A little discoloration there, but all in all, the gloss on the roof is really, really good. Going down the side of the car, these original decals, still in great shape. Sorry, I had a camera problem there. These original decals still in really good shape. And hopefully you can see, I can't see because my display is not working, but you can see in the wheel well there, all in really impressive condition. Another mark there. So like I said, expect the odd little mark, but overall presentation is really good. All the glass looks great up here. The little markings there on the window trim. Some of the flat black is coming away here, but again, when you stand back, I'm picking apart minor stuff here. I mean, we usually do anything from a little guy like this to $1 million car, so we're usually overly thorough, I would think. Rear wiper, everything's good back here. Rear window looks great, no weird cracks or anything. Same with the rear windows, all nice. There is a bit of a discoloration or color difference between the rear spoiler and the rest of the car, but as I think you people know, you seem to get that a lot on spoilers on other cars. So I don't know if this has been off and painted, or if it's actually just because it's a different material. As the sun has done its thing on it, it has a slight different color to it. It looks great, so I can't confirm that. There's a little, there's some chipping down here, if you can see that in between. The rear bumper, again, nice little Talon. I got nothing I really need to point out back here. It all looks quite good. The original stickers, which I'm sure are probably pretty hard to get, all look great. They're blue. They're not, I think they're blue, not clear, so they match that paint. Hard to tell. The lenses and everything all look really great back here. Nothing to report. I think I gotta pop it from inside. I do. And then let's go down the passenger side, but the same thing. Got nothing really I need to point out to you. There's no real chips really in this rear quarter, which is super impressive. The decals, of course, still in great shape. Wheels look really good. I think those have been repainted. And then, I know you can't see it, but the strut or the shock in the rear, that all looks really clean. It's very, very clean inside all the wheel wells. Pretty impressive. Coming down the passenger side, a couple more little chips there. Just the odd one. It's crazy how well maintained the paint is for a car that obviously, I mean, mileage indicates that potentially it was a coveted car, but I would just expect to see on something like this that there'd be more. So that's just really cool. Some of this, the gloss is coming away from this plastic piece for the side mirror. So let's quickly go inside. The inside is just as impressive as the exterior. A little bit of sun fading on the seats, but nothing horrendous. Again, pretty impressive. The bolsters are not blown out. The sides of the seats are in good shape. The cushion and everything is great. A little something to note here. I think some of that foam is I'm guessing from heat, it's just pulling away a little bit, but that's hidden when you close this door. Carpets are all in really good shape. where is the... So 2+2. Those seats are in great shape. If you can look at those plastics along the edges of the seats, they look really good. The rear package tray, or the what is it, the folding kind of package tray, it's in good shape. The backs of the seats, no rips or tears. I don't know, I'm kind of falling in love with this as I describe it to everybody. Door panels, no weird scratches, blemishes, anything pulling away. Nothing weird to report there. There's an original VIN sticker. Another original VIN sticker. Door jambs. There's your VIN. Built in October of 1992, so if you look up these cars, I think there was some talk of a 7-bolt or a 6-bolt engine. This would be a 7-bolt engine. Interior wise, pretty damn nice. Nothing to report on sun damage to the dash or door panels. All looks great. The center console, nothing weird there. It's all really well kept. Great job to whoever used to own this before our client. I will say the radio's not powering up. I don't know why. I did check the fuse and the fuse is not doing it, so we'll have to investigate a little further. All the buttons on the dash are all in great shape. Steering wheel is very, very nice. Again, there's your odometer, 96,091 kilometers, which, as I said, I believe that would convert to maybe 55,000 miles. There's your little display up top. Light switch, map lights, they're all working. Sunroof pops no problem. Cool little car. I think that's probably it. I think I'm going to wrap this up. I've been talking for quite a while. I'm going to pop the engine compartment and pop the trunk, and we'll wrap this guy up. So, to recap, we replaced the ECU. Oh God, how am I going to do this with one hand? We did the ECU, we did the front brakes, we did the timing belt, water pump, fuel pump, checked all fluids, oil change, filter, pretty much done everything that you would need to do on one of these guys, and we took care of any of the little gremlins. Engine compartment is quite good. Okay, let's pop the rear. Oh, actually, this is going to be important. Emission control information. This vehicle conforms to Canadian emission regulations applicable to 1993 model year new model vehicles. This car was built in the United States of America and is over 25 years old, so this is compliant in the US. California, you got to do your own research on that. It's always different and we don't know. So, but this car goes duty-free into the USA, as it was a US built car by the Diamond Star Motor Company. All right, let's pop this bad boy. That should be on there. So you can see a little bit into the back seats and those rear seats that I was telling you about earlier. Everything looks good back here. The rear plastic on the hatch, no crazy scratching, anything like that. And then here is your spare tire. Looks to be the original. And I believe on this side, there's your toolkit. get this back in there. I'll do that after I shut off the video. Anyway, hope that helps. We're gonna do the driving video next. Driving it here was quite a blast. I'm sad I didn't get to own one of these when I was younger, but you know what? Probably would have had more tickets than I already did. All right, Joel from Silver Arrow, and we're just gonna go underneath the car, and I'm pretty impressed actually with the underside for a car that's, you know, sat for a while in a driveway. And anyway, so some of the normal components that on any vehicle you're gonna see surface corrosion on, like the differential and bolts and such, those have the corrosion. The exhaust pipe, nothing crazy going through, it's just surfacey. That's pretty typical. You know, this is just kind of like surfacey. If I wire brush this, it would come up pretty nice. The oxidization on the aluminum, this just kind of wipes away with your finger. A lot of the rubbers, so you can't see the bushings in there, but the boots here, somewhere is to wipe those down with an oil-based product. They look pretty good. But I'm pretty impressed with everything that I see underneath here. And of course, pause this video anywhere that you want. Again, if someone wanted to go through the trouble of putting it up on a lift and just wire brushing some of these things, I think you're good. It all looks pretty solid. No crazy leaks apparent coming from anywhere. Anyway, I hope that together with the photos does some help.